Hello, Aries. Welcome to your weekly reading for October 6th to the 12th. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You know we're going to jump right in. If you are new to my channel, Blue Asterisk, the best aspects of the week, and I hope you like intensity. There's some heat in the kitchen this week, okay? Not only are you coming out of a bonkers eclipse season, that rare grand trine, the Prism Portal, officially a wrecking ball to your old systems, your old structures, the old you, creating your brand new era and your awakening, right? And I do drop these forecasts days before the week began, so you might actually also be approaching Venus conjunct the South Node on October 4th, which, you know, some of y'all are quitting your jobs. Some of y'all are in jobs where your colleagues, employees, bosses are leaving. There's a lot happening in work for you. And so there you go. There may be some changes right away, right before you even move into this week. And I talked more about your monthly forecast last week, but this is why there's a lot more intensity. You do have Mars in Scorpio. Yeah. Mars is at home in Scorpio. Mars rules Scorpio. Remember, you share Mars with Scorpio. And it's the first time in 2 years Mars has been in Scorpio. And now you're really feeling the heat of Mars in Scorpio because it's penetrating. Yeah. Adding fuel to your passions and actions and drive and libido. Yeah. That's Mars. Also, your transformation. Especially you, because Scorpio rules your 8th house of death and rebirth, transformation, regeneration. There is a whole new you starting to form. Yeah, you see it, the full moon in your sign. We'll talk about it. All right. So again, you've got the fuel of Mars in Scorpio. And when I say fuel, by the way, we're talking about the expensive kind at the gas station. Okay. And look how spicy the first few days are. All right. So in addition to that, Wednesday, October 6th, Monday, October 6th, you got Mercury moving into Scorpio. So now you're merging your determination, your focus, your willpower, right? With Mars, with your mind, with your ideas, communication, especially when it involves investments, long-term investments, as well as intimacy, partnerships, wealth building, love, health of relationships, creativity, and again, especially just your personal transformation. So that's what you're going to be experiencing not only this week. Remember what I said last week. You got Mercury and Mars pretty much together all month. And they're in Scorpio, which is passion. It's passion. It's a 5-year-old Asian girl playing Mozart on the piano. It's a 70-year-old climbing Mount Everest. Bucket list. It's Nicolas Cage in any of his movies. We're talking passion. Yeah. Use it. This is so much passion that you have. Okay. You got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Go deep. All right. But do not go too deep because Mercury and Mars together, that's extra penetrating. That's probing. Yeah. Truth serum. Okay. Internet sleuth, rabbit holes. We talked about this last week. I got to know the truth. I need the truth. I won't let this go. I can't let this go. I need to know. All right. That is Mercury in Scorpio amplified with Mars there as well. Okay. And don't forget, Venus is in Virgo all week too. That's very analytical. It's nitpicky. Venus is the finer things in life, and Virgo is all the fine details. And her lover, yeah, Mars, is being Mulder, Scully, Hardy Boys, Ace Ventura. Yeah, can be very psychological. So we're talking about mind games. Yep. So this is, again, if you're going to go deep, you're going to be Adele rolling in the deep. Make sure you come up for air and stay up there a little bit longer than being in that depth. All right. Use this at its higher expression, its highest expression, actually. And what is that? That's dissecting what's not working for you, what is working for you when it comes to investments, intimacy, partnerships, and wealth, everything that I said earlier. But I have to say, you got to throw in this Venus energy. You really do. So that brings in health, your health, okay? Habits. It also throws in, it's Venus, it's love and relationships and money. But also, Venus being in Virgo in your sixth house, that's also work. So, colleagues, employees, do you have a toxic boss? Things like that. It's all about your transformation at the end of the day. Remember, Scorpio does rule death and rebirth, all right? Passion, but also death and rebirth, all right? Scorpio is deep, and it is intense. That's why I say there's some intensity this week. And passion, by the way, is the cousin of intensity. The etymological root of passion. What are you willing to endure for what you desire? Yeah. I talked about emotions last week. Emotere, energy and motion. You need to feel this week. You need to feel things in your bones. And your feelings, by the way, this month, they are going to be intense, okay? Intensity. Intendere. To stretch toward, used to express strong feeling. A great degree of energy. So focus on your personal gains this week, okay? And yeah, feel free to read the fine print. It is Venus and Virgo, very analytical. It's also just being very strategic and proactive, ascending on your karmic journey. Shadow work, yeah? What, like I said, what's toxic? What's holding you back? And this is all about being honest with yourself and others in any situation where there is uncertainty, where you do need clarity. Because not only this week, but all month, truths will come to the surface. And truth always sets you free. And by the way, when I talk about intensity, there's got to be some emotional intensity. Just wait. We'll talk about a lot about it in the second spread. But you see, right around midnight on that same day, okay, Eastern Standard Time, we have a full moon in your sign, 14 degrees. This is a Mars-ruled supermoon, by the way. It's orbiting close to Earth. We've talked about energy, yeah, cosmic, and that's what astrology is, right? And so remember, the moon, it's just a rock. It's reflecting the light of the sun. So something here is being truly illuminated for you because it's in your sign. And it began at the new moon partial solar eclipse in your sign on March 28th. That was part of the once a lifetime planetary alignment when you were standing on the rooftop of your building in Boise, Idaho, looking at the eclipse like everybody else in America. Yep. That's what you were doing. I don't know if it was on that side. It was definitely here in New York City. But anyway, here is the culmination, the turning point of something that was brewing around that time in your birthday season. Remember, we had just had the equinox too. I mean, there was a lot happening around that time, but it was in your sign. So something new started forming for you around the end of March. A lot of it, maybe home and family too, okay? But either way, remember, you're the go-getter. You're Aries. You're the entrepreneur. You're the initiator. You're the I am of the zodiac. Astrology would not exist without you. So with this full moon, who are you? Ask yourself that. Who am I? Who do I want to be? And what do I do to get what I deserve by creating my reality? All right. Remember Mars and Mercury in the background. Truths coming to the surface. Yeah. With a full moon that illuminates. Yeah. So this is going to be big. All right. This is one where it's just more about like being real with yourself about what you want on your journey and letting things go. Just say, this chapter of my life is over. This full moon is emotionally energetic and it's in your sign. You're going to feel assertive, especially with making commitments or ending them. Yeah. So As I always say, talk to the moon. It's a super moon. It's a super full moon. Yeah, talk to the moon. I say that all the time. Speak words into the ether. Remember, everything's energy, the words that come out of your mouth, okay? What are you grateful for as you evolve on your path to enlightenment, okay? And I did say, 3-eye Atlas, the not comet will be very close to Mars at this time. All right, on this day. I'll leave that video. I did my live stream, okay? The last one I did, I'll leave it at the end of this video. And of course, I talk about it a lot more on Great Awakener and what it is and et cetera, et cetera. But just remember, Mars ruled full moon. You're going to feel this. You're going to want to do things. Now, if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, Freddie, or your, I don't know, the girl that sits in the cubicle next to you, Jennifer, whoever, all the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, you're going to feel this full moon the most. Obviously, you, all right? If you know your birth chart, if you know your natal chart, if you have any planets 12 to 16 degrees in any of those signs, remember, it does not matter. We look at the angular aspects. You will definitely feel it the most. And by the way, remember, you, Aries, can I just remind you, sure, you got full moon in your sign, sure? Yep. You also have Neptune, you have Ceres, you have Eris, you have Chiron, all in your sign. What does that even mean? It means the moon is going to be passing through and conjuncting every single one of those heavenly bodies from Monday till Tuesday. So when I say this is going to be a very emotionally intense week, that's just Monday and Tuesday. Yeah. I haven't even gotten to Wednesday to the end. So just know that that is a triple conjunction that you're going to have the moon, Chiron, and Eris all together at that 23-degree point. All right. So there could be some, let's just say, healing that you're going to be doing around this full moon or the first few days as well. And again, we'll talk more about in the second spread, okay, where we do talk about the lunations and planetoids and asteroids, etc. Tuesday, the 7th of October. Can you believe it's October? What? Mercury in Scorpio squaring Pluto in Aquarius, 1 degree. This is it. So this is coming right after the full moon in your sign. Mercury just moved into Scorpio. And so this is strong. This is truths coming to the surface. Literally is what this aspect is. It's Pluto, Scorpio's ruler. Yeah. And for you, it is definitely going to have to do with money, sex, power, investments, as well as your future hopes, wishes, long-term goals and dreams, friendships, very likely, maybe something on social media. Pluto is ruler of the underworld, right? Scorpio's modern ruler. So now you're adding more intensity, but mental intensity. It's Mercury, right? So disclosures as well, exposures, manipulation. It's fixed energy. It's 2 fixed signs. Neither planet is budging. You may not see eye to eye with someone today. All right. There just may be something here. It can be a partner. It can be like your financial advisor. It could be a banker. It could be an investor. It could be a boss. It could be, again, a friendship is maybe likely, or someone that belongs in a group that you belong into. Okay. Community. Don't forget, Scorpio is the scorpion. Has a stinger. And so when you've got Mars and Mercury together in Scorpio, in an aspect like this, it can be like resentment. It could be obsession, jealousy, payback, sharp tongues. So just stay frosty, be cool, be responsive, not reactive. That's the thing. This is a very reactive week, okay? Radioactive as well. I mean, it's Pluto, yeah? So last week I did say be mindful of the words you speak, the thoughts in your head, because it's Mercury, communication, yep? Thoughts, ideas. But Mercury is also movement. So don't forget, this type of energy is holding onto grudges, and we don't want to do that. All right. If you find yourself standing outside your partner's Honda Civic with a baseball bat because you were doing that investigating, that deep probing. You found out that they, went to see Wolf of Wall Street back in 2013 when they told you they were going to wash the dishes. Yeah. Put that bat down. And compromise. We're still in Libra season. Compromise. Have a little chat. You're going to be fine. Things are going to be good. You don't want to pay for a smashed window anyway. Remember, there's a lot of money stuff happening for you. The higher expression of this aspect, by the way, it's gut instincts. It's intuition. It's empowerment. Okay? Diplomatically. All right? So remember, again, this is emotional energy that can be exerted. It's Scorpio. It's water sign. Remember, water flows. All right? Now, cross watchers, fixed signs are going to feel this the most. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. I'm throwing in Virgo and Gemini. All right? If you have any planets 0 to 3 degrees in any of those signs, you are definitely going to feel it. Okay? Now, the other thing is Wednesday on the 8th. This is great. You got the 2 benefic planets, Venus, sextiling, and exalted Jupiter, 23 degrees. You're going to feel this days before, days after. So it really helps kind of pad some of these stronger aspects. And remember, this is part of a storyline, seed that you planted back August 12th. And definitely has to do with home, family. Yeah. Even, there was something spiritual. You could have had like some big moment of clarity, big spiritual awakening around this time. The North Node was involved around that time as well. There was a trine with Jupiter. Anyway, this is optimism. This is blessings. It's good fortune. It's luck. It's a gift from the universe. It's seeing the greater good. Experiences that you're going to have around this time that make you feel wiser, especially with love, with relationships, with home and family. Creative projects, health matters as well. All right. I hope you love money. It's Venus. Venus rules money. Yeah. Jupiter is profit and expansion. So there is strong potential here as well, especially because your 6th house is so activated. There can be something here with getting, I don't know if you're freelancer or something, like getting more assignments, things like that. All right. Anyway, and it is a sextile, so it's a window of opportunity to help you thrive and prosper. But you have to take that action. Yeah. So wonderful. This is really great. And if you happen to miss this train, by the way, I'm going to tell you what happens next month, right? There's going to be a trine between them with another very auspicious aspect that's happening right around Thanksgiving, actually. Right on Thanksgiving, actually. We'll talk about the second spread. Now, signs that are affected most: Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius, Pisces, for Venus, sextile Jupiter. If you have any planets 21 to 25 degrees, Virgo or Cancer, yeah, those are definitely the ones that are going to feel this the most. But remember, everyone's going to feel this. It's really strong. Now, here's the thing. This is why I was talking about money a lot for you, okay? Because it's not just Venus and Virgo. And it's not just all this Scorpio energy in your 8th house, which is inheritance, investments, it's commissions, it's royalties, it's joint bank accounts. It's things that you're going to have a lot of attention around there. But it's not just that. On Wednesday, October 8th, we got some squares with Taurus, and Taurus rules your 2nd house of money. So when you do all the math, Aries, it does look like a lot of y'all are having changes in career. If not you, definitely a partner. Okay? Remember, if you're an Aries sun, I've said this before, if you watch for your sun sign, sometimes these aspects are not about you. It can be people within your world. So, we'll talk more about this in the second spread. These are, some lunations coming up. And then on Thursday, we have 3 of the best lunar aspects that we'll talk about that has to do with money for you. So it's kind of like this interesting, like there really is almost like something ending, something beginning. It's like the week is split in half for you. Now, Saturday on the 11th, we have Venus and Virgo opposite Saturn in Pisces, 27 degrees, Aries. Listen, we talked about this last week. Yeah. Not a good time to start relationships. If you're in a relationship, you might feel a little tested here. If not a relationship, money, finances, yeah. What you value, things that you desire, health, work, fitness, pets, even. Yeah, you got Venus and Virgo in your 6. Rules, domestic animals. There could also be something with an authority figure, a father, a boss. Just not seeing eye to eye. Yeah. Saturn is bringing reality checks and life lessons. This one is a little heavy, okay? And again, it's an opposition. You may feel it days before, days after, and it does have a bit of a micromanager feel to it. That's Venus and Virgo. But remember, the moon is going to be in Gemini, okay? So this is a good time to be very cheerful and creative and social. It's so much mutable energy that helps you be adaptable and flexible, okay? And actually, Aries, I want you to think about April. I want you to think of the entire month of April. What happened for you in April? What transpired in April after your birthday? Well, through your birthday season, because that's when we did have Venus conjunct Saturn. And that happens once a year. But remember, we had the Venus retrograde. And so that was very interesting. Yeah. We had Venus conjunct Saturn twice in April. And so they also conjuncted the North Node in Pisces. So think about what happened around April. This is part of a cycle. It's part of a cycle. Yeah. There you might even have deja vu. Isn't that right? Anyway, who's going to feel this the most? It's going to be the mutable signs. Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. If you have any planets 25 to 29 degrees, any of those signs in your chart, you're going to feel it the most. All right. So let's get started. See what's going on for you, Aries. And thank you, everyone who has joined Great Awakener. Very excited for, we talked about the launch. We talked about the launch of something that I'm doing. Anyway, what time is it? Okay, so yeah, and I think this is your first night reading, Aries. And I think that I have to make one thing very clear. I do want to thank you again for all your comments and kind words. I keep getting a lot of other comments. I'll just say it now because I don't think a lot of y'all, not everyone watches the live stream videos that I do. That's when I do my predictions videos. I have been battling 2 medical issues, which is why sometimes these are late at night, which is why your videos have been a little bit later than Wednesday. On top of that, my dog has been also going through health issues as well. She just got actually her heart thing test today. So it came out good. So I'm relieved. But thank you so much again for all your patience and getting back to the groove of things. And hopefully by next week, we'll get back to Wednesdays. All right. So Aries, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you. October 6th to the 12th. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be a big week for you. It's, it is, wow. You got a full moon in your sign. You have a full moon in your sign. You've got Neptune in your sign at 0 degrees. Let's go down there. Well, remember Neptune's retrograde too. So out of all the signs, I want you to be, when we talk about this is a week of it's a month of facing your truths, being honest with yourself. Truth will come to the surface. Well, you've got Neptune retrograde in your sign. So remember, the lower expression of that can be, especially in certain aspects, illusion, delusion, confusion, escapism, fantasy. Is this real? What's real? I don't know. Like that kind of energy. So you have to trust your intuition. Okay? I'm glad we've had this chat Aries. All right, I do a traditional cult to cross spread. Offers the best overview for a weekly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. You know I love you. All right, so Aries, let's... Oh, you're missing a card too. Let me... Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're gonna... I lit a candle for you. All of that. You're good. Yeah, you just made that. You made this very easy for me. You're making this very easy for me. You're good. AF, you know it. All right, Aries. Let's just. You got the Nine of Swords. There you go. Moving into this week, remember you got to face your truths. There could be some harsh words. There could be some sharp tongues. There could be some not seeing eye to eye. Even before we got to this week, you still had Mars in Scorpio, okay? So that was still there was that intensity. You had Venus conjunct the South Node, all of that, right? You had Mercury square Jupiter, you had all of that. And so there you go, okay? This card is actually attributed to Mars and Gemini. Gemini rules your third house of communication, of what's up here? What's upstairs? Look at him. Look at all the swords stacked over his head. Okay? There was something here. There was something here that you were just like, ah. So as you move into this week, a lot of it's going to have to do with communication. Thoughts that you have in your head, but also there's a Nine of Swords. Remember, the Venus South Node conjunction will be strong. So there may be something that you experience where you can be in a place where this is, a little bit of regret. Oh, I never should have said that. Or someone could have said something to you and you're like, and they took your power, right? Or this could also be like, hey, I didn't see eye to eye with a friend or a boss or a colleague. All of that. Get out of bed. Well, that's all he's got to do. Those swords are on the wall. He gets out of that bed. The swords are no longer over his head. But you see the roses, yeah? That's passion. And the comforter, the word comfort literally lives in the word comforter. So you can be very comfortable feeling all these swords stacked above you and just, door dashing Ben and Jerry's. But you can also feel a lot of comfort getting out of bed, feeling all that passion, taking all those swords out one by one. Yeah. Because when you do that, you got a lot to celebrate. So remember what I said about this week. And yeah. You had that Three of Swords in your challenge area. Two things here. You got these 2 3s. 3, growth, advancement, maturation, learning, right? But 3 is a vibration of the Empress. So look, you got a lot to celebrate this week. There's something you're going to celebrate. And I said you got a lot of home and family energy, but also you have, and you see the 3 sisters here, but you also have, and this card is attributed, it's a Mercury in Cancer, so it's a Cancer card, which rules your 4th house, your domestic sector anyway, but also like colleagues, employees, also friendships and groups. But whatever it is, at the core of it, it's bonding. Look at them celebrating a harvest, the end of this great harvest. You have a full moon in your sign. There's something ending for something to grow for you, okay? So you can expect that this week, okay? But you've got to let that go, all right? Things are hanging over your head. Remember, you always want to take care of situations. Don't push things to the side. Don't let things weigh you down. That full moon for you, to be honest, is very liberating. There's something being lifted off your shoulders with that. All right? Let things illuminate. 3 of Swords right here. 2 things. You're coming out of something here that could have had a really strong, intense emotional impact on you, or you will be this week. All right? But again, when you come out of it, look. Right? And then the other thing is, like, it's a 3 of Swords. It's what we would call like the heartbreak card, the heartache card. But at the end of the day, it is still a sword suit up here, yeah. So this would be a mind ache. This would be a heartache. Have that mind-heart cohesion, okay? because there is going to be something that you are coming out of. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be glorious. Secondly, yeah, a lot of y'all are going to go through some emotionally impactful events, but you're going to be glad that you did. Okay? You got the two kings. You have the King of Wands, King of Cups. Really amazing. There's something that you're ready to initiate. The King of Wands, that's literally passion. Wands are the spirit of fire. You know, there's a fiery energy. You being a fire sign, you would really appreciate that and get that. And remember, I said you have a lot of work energy, profession. Even if you're not here, it's literally what you're passionate about. You got your mindset on something, okay? Emotions, King of Cups. So there's this stability that's kind of like anchoring you, emotional stability throughout this week, feeling strong. And it's due to that full moon in your sign. Moon, emotions, right? And so again, I love that full moon for you. King of Cups is, by the way, Scorpio. So that's really nice. It's really just not only having that emotional intelligence, emotional balance, compassion, everything the King of Cups stands for, self-love too, though. So no matter what happens this week, you got a lot to celebrate. Remember, I said it's almost like it's split. The first half of the week, second half of the week, very two different stories. And then you have the Ace of Cups. So when I say you got something to celebrate, you got something really big to look forward to. Yeah, the Ace of Cups in your future. This is the Holy Grail. You see that. It's the biggest cup in the deck. And this is not only your cup half full, it is your cup overflowing. It's tears of joy. You even see the streams coming out of the cup. And so it's Ace. It's a new opportunity, new beginning, new path, all of that. Like I said, that full moon is going to do great things for you. But you got to use that moment, okay? Well, it's like, I don't even have to tell you that. With Mars and Scorpio for you, you already are going to. You're already gonna. So, very nice. This can be anything that is so emotionally fulfilling. Again, very emotional week for you. Look, you got these 3 cups, yeah? So, you're leaving all that, you know, what's been taking up all your headspace, you're leaving that and feeling so emotionally fulfilled. And the Ace of Cups can be like getting a dream job or having a baby or getting married or just something that's just nirvanic, euphoric, yeah, rapturous. So I'm very excited for you. And it can be love and partnerships as well. I mean, you do see the dove. We are in Libra season, partnerships, marriage, love, relationships, really big, strong energy for you this week. Okay. And that can be business partners too. New job, things like that. Let's get to your stuff. Aries, y'all. Oh my gosh. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what is going on. Aries, this is your time. This is your time to let the moon reflect the light off the sun for you and to shine. Come on. Like this construction night lamp I got on. It's actually really hot. It's like a fireplace. Anyway, and you know, love it. Aries. Okay, there you are. All right. So, yeah, you're good. You're going to have some moments. They're going to have some moments. Conquer them. You're an Aries. Yeah. You're good. You got the Wheel of Fortune. There is a sense of something fated happening for you. All right. There's a sense of also just it's the Wheel of Fortune, right? This wheel is constantly turning and it's highly associated with karma. So again, you're on your karmic journey. And when I say something fated happening for you, well, you've got Venus opposite Saturn. Do you know that's happening at the end of the week, right? And so there may be something there that's a test for you. When you pass that test, it's opening up this, it's like a revolving door, right? And the revolving door is broken. And so you got to figure out how to get on the other side. It's all glass. You can see people and nobody sees you. You're just like, once you get it going, you figure it out through that Venus Saturn opposition. There you go. There you're on a whole new path. You're on the other side of the building. All that. There's stuff for you on that side. That was the worst analogy I ever made. But there you go. It's a 10, 1, 0 equals 1. This new path, new beginning. This card is attributed to Jupiter. And so there is a sense of good fortune that comes with fortune. You see the 4 fixed signs. They're all reading the book of wisdom, right? Jupiter, right? Inner wisdom. And so you're growing. And it just continue to move in that direction. And always, and this is the biggest message probably for this week for you, don't close yourself off to opportunities. You see, you have the 3 of Cups and the Heart of your spread. And at the core of that card is bonding. So network, right? Network, be social. You never know what doors can open. You have the 5 of Swords. Okay? So there's your Mercury and Scorpio square Pluto and Aquarius moment. This card is actually attributed to, it's an Aquarius card. So there, again, it's in your external factors area. There may be something connected here. So you always want to be the best person in a situation. You always want to be the best version of yourself. In this card, you gotta ask yourself, do I need these swords? Do I need these swords? Remember that energy, that even that intensity, that Scorpio energy. There may be something here where it might be you, but it can be someone else. It's just definitely not seeing eye to eye. You see the clouds here. Yeah. You see them here too. So there's a connection with these 3 swords. Remember, swords are the mental suit, communication, even what's on your mind. Just be mindful and you're going to be fine. But either way, when you see what's happening here, no matter what happens, it's still this learning experience for you. And there is a sense of, even with the Wheel of Fortune popping up, even a sense of like, you're sturdy, you know what you want, you're emotionally feeling, stable, but there is still a sense of like, well, which direction am I going? You have to trust in yourself and you have to trust in the universe. You also have the 7 of Wands here. Yeah. So it's almost like you've been going through it and going through it and going through it. And you can still go. You got it in you. You're an Aries. But there's a part of you that's saying, I want to come down the hill now, y'all. Can you clear the aisle? Let me come down. Yeah. So there is a little bit of like, you've been going through a little bit. You're ready. You're just new phase. Let's start it now. There you go. You've got it coming. That's your third 3. And remember what I said. 3 is a vibration of the Empress, the birth of new things. It's creation. And you have the 3 of Pentacles. So when you, again, do all the math here, it looks like you're starting something new is coming through, you're celebrating something, but also you even see 3 people here, you see 3 people here, you see the stonemason with the architects. He can't build that cathedral without the architects and vice versa. So there is a sense of bonding with others. It can be family, it can be colleagues, work, it can be friends, whatever it is, you're forming something together. An LLC, an S Corp, whatever it is, there's something here that's really nice, okay? It's Pentacles, so it's money, wealth. It can be a new job that you're starting with new people, a new team, whatever it is, there's something here that's gratifying. And you see the Pentacles are in the structure of the building, so there's this commitment energy that comes with it, something in it for the long haul. But it is a card of teamwork. So again, we want to rejoice with others, yeah, rather than right. So all right, Aries, listen, y'all are good. Next week, oh buckle up. You got, speaking of partnerships and relationships, yeah, remember, we enter the gateway with the first grand trine, okay? And then, oh, there's just so much. You saw your monthly forecast, right? And then the second spread, it's a lot. Speaking of emotional intensity, again, we're going to talk about there's a lot happening. Remember, you have the moon in your sign that's going to conjunct Neptune, Ceres, Aries, which is Mars' sister, and Chiron. And remember, Aries is already conjuncting Chiron. And they're all going to actually square Jupiter. So it's going to be a big week for you. A big week of healing, to be honest, as well. All right, Aries. And then don't forget, Juno moved into Sagittarius. It's going to try Neptune in your sign. Sextile Pluto. And then the moon moves into Taurus. That's going to be big. Remember, Taurus rules your second house of finances and money. And the moon will have some pretty amazing. The moon is exalted in Taurus, by the way. And when the moon exalted in Taurus, sextiles Jupiter exalted in Cancer, yeah, good things happen. We'll talk about it. Anyway, Aries, thanks so much. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, and then tier 3 members, you know where to find the link for the bonus spread, the second spread. Anyone's welcome to join. All right, y'all, thanks so much. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.